start on the left side. Anything?
How you feel right now?
I'm relieved. It's been a long process, but I'm finally glad to get it over with now. So.
Okay, Coach, principal said you very humble young man. You handled all of it pretty well. Is that you met on the youngsters too? He said you try to set an example in the middle of the youngsters.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, I want to be a person that kids can look up to and they can kind of want to be just like. And I want to set a good example for kids. So, yeah, that's obviously always been kind of my thing ever since I started getting offers and things like that. So.
Wandale, how long did you know that you were going to pick Kentucky?
Actually, it's really not that long. I was kind of up in the air within the past couple of days, and really I just sat to myself and really thought about everything and really where I wanted to be, and I obviously decided Kentucky. So.
How much is what they've done this year on the field played into that, especially the way they used Lynn over the weekend?
I mean, definitely that's played a role. They're obviously trending upward, and they're obviously using Lynn in a very good way, and then I feel like me on the other side of that, that'll obviously cause problems for defenses, and that'll just be a really, really good combo with us too, and then obviously having Terry throwing the ball, and he actually has the opportunity to run the ball too. So.
You feel like there's a weight lifted off your shoulder today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this process has been going on for a really long time now, so it's really good to get it all over with and not really have to talk to the coaches every day and really get and things like that. So.
You intended to sign in the early period? Is that something you want to get out of the way?
Well, yeah, I kind of have to. I'll be enrolling in January, so.
When did you tell the Kentucky coaches?
I actually kind of let them. They actually just not figured out. I let them get surprised by the video. So I didn't even tell them. But I'm actually gonna have to call Coach Stoops after this. So.
Coach Merrill just tweeted out, "God is good, go Wildcats." What kind of relationship did you build with that coaching staff?
I mean, it's been a really, really good relationship. I've been being recruited by them since probably my sophomore year. So it's been a really long road with them. I mean, obviously they were the ones that have pushed the hardest to get me, and so I really felt like I was in need there, and so obviously that's why I really felt comfortable with going there. So.
How big do you think this is for Frankfurt, you so to speak, staying at home?
I mean, I feel like it's really big. Everybody's kind of staying around me, and they've had my back this whole process, and nobody's really ever trying to pressure me to go anywhere. And I mean, obviously, it's gonna feel really good whenever I run through that tunnel the first time, and I'll know that there's plenty of Frankfurt people here and here to watch me play, and it'll feel really, really good.
Do you have a message to the Big Blue Nation?
Just be ready. I'm coming to make plays, coming to do a lot of different things for the Wildcats. So.
I've seen some people compare you, liking you to Wandale more. I know you're kind of close to him, seeing what he's done with Purdue this year. What do you say about that comparison, and do you think that's something fair?
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely say that. I mean, especially if you look at our measurables and everything like that, you can obviously see, and you watch our film, you can obviously see that we're both very similar in the things that we do, but he's a little bit more of a receiver than I am. I can get in the backfield a little bit more than he can and do a lot of different things that way. So.
Wandale, Kentucky didn't sign any in-state kids last year. You've got 4 in the class now, a couple more out there. What changed for local guys in that staff this year?
Really, I guess just seeing the progress that they made and knowing that there's a really big impact outside of football that you can make just from going to play in Kentucky. I mean, it's kind of like a 4 for 40 thing. Really, if you go in and do what you're supposed to do, it's kind of like after football, you're not really ever going to want for anything if you were to stay in Kentucky and want to live your life here. So.
You say 4 for 40. Did Freddie Maggard have any role in your recruiting process?
Yeah, Freddie was actually the first person that ever told me that I would play SEC football. So we had always kind of had that relationship ever since the beginning of my sophomore year. He came to speak to our team, and I had talked with him a little bit. And after talking with him, actually, like whenever he got hired at UK, that was really a big thing with him helping. He would say that he was going to help us in any way possible outside of football with getting jobs or anything like that. So.
How much of just the kind of the close proximity to home did this decision play in you?
I mean, it wasn't a super big one, but I mean, it was a pretty big one. I mean, obviously knowing that my family would be able to come watch me play, and I'll be able to come home anytime if need be, or anything like that. So I mean, it was a bright side of everything, but it wasn't like the biggest factor in my decision. So.
Who finished second?
Nebraska.
You said you wanted to make this decision on your cousin's birthday.
Yesterday's her birthday, so this was an honor of her today. So.
How fun was it making the video?
It was really fun. We actually made it in the summer, and so it was really just a matter of time whenever I knew that who I was going to, whenever we could put it out, and whenever everything could be settled in with the video and everything like that. So.
It's a lot of trust with those friends to keep that video a secret, huh?
Well, we actually recorded 6 different endings, so it wasn't really like it wasn't already pre-made or anything like that. So they all knew that there was 6 different endings. I would have told anybody that there was 6 different endings, and we could just plug one in whenever I was ready.
So how many people do you think knew before that video?
you have this decision. Still got playoffs here for your time here with Western Hills. How good is it going to be just to, I don't know, not necessarily, worry about the decision too much, but just to go out knowing that you're going where you're going and just finishing out your career as a Wolverine?
I mean, it's really good. Every time I stepped out on the field, I wasn't really worried about the colleges or anything like that. I was really just worried about winning the game and playing with my friends and the ones that I've been close with for a really, really long time now. So it won't be very much different. I mean, obviously, I'll be knowing, hey, I'm going to this school that I don't have to worry about anything, but the field aspect of anything won't be any different. So.
Wandale, do you think this kind of sends a message that you turn down Ohio State, Alabama, places like that, where you can stay here and play at Kentucky? I think that sends a message about where Kentucky football is now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, ranked number 9 in the country right now. I mean, that kind of speaks for itself. So, I mean, definitely they're a program that's trending upward, and so that's something that I want to be a part of.
The in-state recruiting, it was brought up. Do you see yourself kind of taking on a role now, trying to bring in the couple other big guys that are out there, or you kind of just lay back a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably try to reach out to a couple of them. I know a lot of them, so we already talk on like a regular basis and stuff like that, just talking about different schools and things like that. So.
I talked to some people in the Timmons family. How much of an influence did they have on you?
You say the Timmons?
Timmons?
Yeah. I really reached out to Ryan a couple times just to figure out some advice that he had and what he had during the recruiting process and stuff like that. But so he was just really telling me just follow your heart and just make sure that you trust everybody that you're going to be going to with the coaching staff and just being comfortable around the players as well too. So.
You planning on being at the UK Georgia game on Saturday?
Yeah, I definitely plan on going up. So.
Wandale, was there anybody in particular that you kind of sat down with and talked a lot about the pros and cons, pluses and minuses of going everywhere? Or did you just kind of do all that on your own?
Really, it was me, my dad, and my trainer Chris Vaughn. We really just sat down a lot of the times. There was a lot of conversation late, like within the past couple of weeks with my trainer. We were really talking just about every day about everything. So, really him giving me the pros and cons of everything, and just his side of everything, and just I could take that into consideration with my decision.
Before that whole ceremony started, you and your dad were sitting at that table, and like he was giving you a pep talk of some sort. Is that what he was doing? And you guys ended it with a fist bump?
Nah, he was just telling me that he had my back throughout whatever. No matter what, he's always gonna have my back. So that's just kind of how our relationship's always been. So.
So did Coach Miller know where you were going?
Yeah, Coach Miller knew.
He went through all that announcement. He was asking everybody. He made it sound like he did everything to make everybody in the world think you weren't going to Kentucky.
Yeah, he knew.
Okay.
Is that it? All right, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you.